Today I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorite farming spots in Elite Dangerous, whether it comes to farming credits, engineering materials, reputation, exploration rank. This is the place to go. Christmas is fast approaching, and if you don't know what to wish for, then consider checking out today's sponsor, Rich Wallet. Rich Wallets are small, compact wallets that can hold up to 12 cards. If you want to carry coins or keys, get their optional cavity tray. All their wallets are made from premium materials like aluminium, carbon fiber, and they all come with RFID blocking to prevent digital theft. So check out rich.com/D2EA and use offer code D2EA to get 10% off. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we are going to be talking about probably one of my favorite places when it comes to just farming a lot of different things at the same time. And it's out here in a group of systems. There's actually 3 systems out here. One of them is called Robigo. Now, I've been covering this system before, but the last video I did on it is over 3 years old, so it's a little dated now, and I feel like it needed an update. The reason why this area out here is so good is if we go ahead and we add a population filter here, so we only see populated systems, you will see we have Robigo, Sothis, and Seers out here, and there's not really a whole lot other in this area. And that means a lot of the missions will be cycling through these 3 systems. The first thing I want to show you, as there's many things you can do out here, is the passenger missions. The passenger missions you run out of Robigo or Robigo. And in Robigo there are 2 stations. If we jump over here to the usual map, we have Robigo Mines, which is a small station at the nearest planet, and then we have Houses Reach. Usually in the past, I would have recommended people going to Houses Reach, but I actually think it is a little faster going to Robigo Mines. Even though it's a smaller station, you can only bring medium-sized ship compared to what Houses Reach is. If we jump over to the Ori map, I'll show you why I think this one is better. Because there it is, Mines. Robigo Mines is right there. And as you can see, it's on the outskirts of the ring structure of the planet. However, one of the quirks with Houses Reach is, if we jump over here, you can see that the orbit is really weird, but it's on the inside of the ring. And that means you have to dive very, very far into that gravity well, and it takes some time. Now we can jump out of the system, so you don't have to go out of the gravity well again, but just getting into the gravity well gonna take some time. So it's actually, I think, a little bit faster going to Robigo Mines instead. Now what you're gonna do from Robigo Mines is we're going to be picking up passenger missions. That's not passenger missions. That's passenger missions. And we're going to pick up personal transport missions. I'm going to show you the ship build I recommend for this here in a second, but I just want to show you why these missions are so interesting. Now, my reputation with Sirius Corporation is pretty bad right now because I've been doing the Odyssey Engineers, but the point is, you can see here, there's a lot of mission that goes to Sirius Atmospheric. That is in the Sothis system, only 60 light years away from here, and there is a lot of these missions, as you can see here. So depending on what you want, let's say you're looking for credits, you go up here, you choose credits. Now you can see the credit payout for these missions. So there'll be missions here that pays 2 million, there's a 3.5 million there. Ooh, there's even a 4 million there, that's a really good one. 3.6, 4.5, there's some high paying missions here, as you can see. But let's say you're looking for engineering materials, swap it over there, and you have a number of different options here. For instance, this one is a really good one because these biotech conductors that you can see here, these cannot be gained through high grades and can only be gained through missions. And these passenger missions is some of the highest mission completions per hour, meaning that because they offer these biotech conductors and you can't get them from other sources than from missions, this is my go-to place for collecting biotech conductors. But as you can see, there is a selection of other ones. Exquisite focus crystals is another one that's you only get through missions. I think you maybe can get as a drop from NPCs. But the fact that you get biotech conductors and exquisite focus crystals, and you can see you get quite a lot of them. There's another one there for 5 biotech conductors, more of them there, modified embedded firmware. There's a lot of good materials out here. Now, you might also have noticed one of the corporations out here is, in fact, Imperial. So let's say that you're looking for getting your Imperial rank up. Well, there you go. Now you have missions for 5-star rep points to get your reputation up if you're looking for that. So that is another thing you can farm out here if that's what you're looking for. The build I'm using is built on a Python, as you can see here, and it's a very, very simple build that requires very little engineering. You can see I have no weapons, I have no utility mounts. In terms of my core internals, I just kept the standard armor. I have a 2A power plant unengineered. I have 5D thrusters unengineered. I have a 5A frameshift drive engineered with increased range and mass manager. And the reason why I have that is because I want to be able to have our minimum jump range. You can see here it is 32.4. I want to make sure that is high enough. I think it is just over 30 you need in order to be able to allow me to go from Robigo to Sothis in just 2 jumps. So I want to push it up just above the 30 so I can make that in 2 jumps, so I save myself a little bit of time on the trip. That's why I've engineered the frameshift drive. I've lightweighted my life support. Actually, I only got it up to level 4. That was enough. Power distributors of 5D, that is one thing I probably would change in this build because it can't boost with the 5D, so I maybe want to put an engine focused modification on this to be able to actually boost, to save a little bit of time when going in and out of stations. Sensor 6D, and that is modified with lightweight as well. Nothing special on the fuel tank. For the optional internals, it is pretty straightforward. I've used the small class 1 slot to just a Super Cruise assist, just because it's even a loaner. That's the one that came with the ship. I think there was nothing else that I really wanted there, so why not put a Super Cruise assist on there? In the past, these missions from Robigo Mind will only pay or give up to 8 passengers per mission, but that has at some point been changed. So they now give up to 16. And that's why you put economy cabins in. From everything up to and including your size 5 slots, because there you can see they can hold 16 passengers. From there you have 3 size 6 slots where you put in business class cabins, so you can hold up to those 16 business cabins. Some will maybe put in, change one of them out for a first class cabin. That is an option. You can consider doing that. Also, notice I have no fuel scoop, but that's because if we're just going from Sothis to CS and back, we can make that trip without stocking up on fuel. We have enough in the fuel tank. So let's say I wanted to collect some credits. We're going to go in here. We're going to find mission that takes us out to Sirius Atmospheric, and we're just going to take the highest paid mission first. There's one there. We're going to pick a cabin. We can see here they can go into the economy cabins, so we're going to pick one of those. Always pick the lowest quality cabin that they will go into. 5.5, that's also very good. Let's pick that one up as well. They can also go in economy, so let's throw these guys in there. And now that I got my passengers, I'm gonna set the station to Sothis. Once in system, we're gonna head towards Sothis A5. Next to Planet 5, you're gonna find Sirius Atmospheric, so we're just gonna scan the beacon. Once we have scanned the beacon, we will have all the missions completed. And we can now go ahead and set our destination back to Robigo. There we go. Exactly 10 minutes after I left Robigo Mine, I am now back with the missions completed. As you see, I'm at 14,717,000,000 credits right now. So let's go ahead and let's hand in our completed missions and let's choose the money reward. And just like that, 20 million in the bank. And again, this took, like, the trip itself took me 10 minutes and then a little bit of time to sell missions and to pick up new ones. So let's say a round trip time around 15 minutes, giving you around 80 million per hour, which is actually really, really good. Now, if you're looking for Federation rank, this area got you covered as well. For this, you're going to need a small or medium-sized ship with at least 9 light years of jump range. And what you're going to do is you're going to head in here to Ceos. And if we quickly go ahead and open up the Ceos map, you will see that in Ceos, there are 3 orbital stations. And if you're looking for Federation rank, you can see we have a single Federation faction systems called Federation Unite. We're going to pick those guys, and we're going to pick transport missions. Now, since we're looking for reputation here, we can go and click on reputation as a reward, and we'll notice there's a bunch of these data missions all going over to Sothis. So we can look at this one here, for instance, that goes to Dungeon Heritage. But we can look at all these data transport missions. We see there's a number of them here going over to Sothis. Now what we're looking for is missions that goes to any of the orbital stations in Sothis. Opening up the Sothis map, we can see here we have 4 orbital stations. We have Dungeon Heritage, which we just saw missions for, New Home Station, Sothis Mining, and Velensky Enterprise. If that's pronounced correct, I don't know. And again, all of them are relatively close. The only one is the Sothis Mining is 3,000 light seconds out, so that is a little far maybe to go. So you can skip Sothis Mining if you want to, but you're gonna find missions for these 3 or 4 stations. And what you're going to do is, in CEOS, you're going to go to the 3 orbital stations and you're going to pick up missions. You're going to pick up as many missions as you can that goes over to any of the 4 orbital stations in Sothis. Then you're going to go to Sothis and you're going to do the same, only in reverse back to CEOS. So you go through the 3 stations in CEOS, pick up the missions. And as you can see here, they give a decent amount of rep. And then when you go to Sothis, as you're going through them, picking missions back to CEOS again, you can then deliver in those missions. You do this loop between these either 6 or 7 stations, depending on if you take Sothis mining into your loop. And you just loop through those stations, picking up missions, handing in missions, just loop it over and over again. We also have Federation United over in the other system. And if you're up here, again, make sure just to select Federation United, and you make sure to pick one that has a decent reputation reward, which all of them should have. Then you're getting probably 2 points per mission, and you can stack up to 20 missions at a time. You just run in loops and loops and loops and loops and keep handing in those missions, and you're going to see your reputation rank goes up really, really quickly. And again, you don't even need to engineer your ship for this. This is just any small or medium ship with at least 9 light years of jump range, because that's the distance between Sothis and CEOS, so you can go back and forth between those systems. So as you can see, Sothis and CEOS is a wonderful place if you want to just farm a broad variety of different materials, reputation, money. It's a good place to come, and from the number of fleet carriers that you can see insisted throughout this video, it's a very popular area. A lot of people go out here for that exact reason. Really hope you found this video useful. If you did, I would love if you would go and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.